Started out small to a real bond. Cause we're brothers first. Cause we're been through a lot, but it ain't over. We gon' keep it.
You'll always be with me.
Change the game without even knowing.
And you'll always be my brother.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be there for the last ride. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride. And now you gon' be there for the last ride. Let me tell you. Yeah, we came a long way. I'll see you again.
I didn't have an intro thing. I just wanted to play the scene with "See You Again" because that kind of sets the precedent of how Furious 7 is, and like it's just a great scene. And to be honest, Furious 7 is I consider this the absolute perfect ending for the Fast and Furious series. Fast and Furious is a good movie. Like the 7th one is such a great film. And like I'm gonna get it out the way now. The film was plagued with multiple production issues. The biggest one, of course, being the tragic passing of Paul Walker back in fall of 2013, leading them to basically restart and make a new film to work with the loss of Paul. If I read correctly, they actually thought about just scrapping the film entirely and just not doing another one, but they decided, well, the show goes on, let's try it, and they reworked it. How they did it is that they had his brothers fill in some scenes from him when he's in the scenes with the shadows, and during the later fight scenes they're in the shadows so you don't see his face a lot. And even a lot of the times when you see him talking, they use recycled footage or a lot of CGI facial effects and reused lines, which I think they did a good job, especially for 2015, when special effects like that, like the whole deep fakes and stuff like that, weren't really in the mainstream. They did a really good job of doing the deep fake of Paul Walker for a lot of the scenes in the film, and it just makes it really good to see everyone rallying together and make a summer action blockbuster that's actually good and lives up to probably the expectations that no one really had, that Furious 7 was going to be probably the best film we've gotten in a long time with Fast and Furious. I remember what I said back in my Fast 5 review, that it was the film that made the series what it is today. But if I'm going to be quite honest with myself, I'd say Furious 7 is where it truly is, or it truly went to where we know it as today with Fast X and like Fast 9. Superhero action films with cars, and to be honest, it's not a bad thing. It's more of an acquired taste thing. What made this film good would be the mixture of the story, performances, fun action sequences, the score, soundtrack, and the ending. The story was interesting and fun to watch. Although there were a few plot holes, it still was engaging enough to keep the viewer's attention. The cast also did a good job, excellent chemistry, and as usual was led to very fluid dialogue between the characters. The action scenes were awesome. It really felt like a true summer blockbuster action film with the stunts they were doing. I mean, come on. They drove cars out of an airplane, and then they drove the Lamborghini from one Dubai tower to the next Dubai tower. Like, I can't make it so awesome. And the soundtrack to go along with this film is truly amazing, which leads me to, what I say is the best part of the film that I played in the opening of this video. It's definitely the ending. The "See You Again" tribute to Paul Walker has to be one of the most heartwarming and moving tributes in film and entertainment history. I've never seen so many people be moved by a scene like that. I think I remember there were videos of people crying in the theater when that scene came on, and I gotta admit, that scene hits you every time, because it's like the song, the shot of the two cars splitting their paths, it's so emotional. It gets you invested because you realize that you've been following these same characters at that point for 14 years now, and that one of the family's gone, and this is the way to say goodbye to it. And it was really special and amazing. And with that in mind, this is why I say Furious 7 is just the perfect ending for the series. That tribute, that would have been just the perfect ending, just to say goodbye and just let everyone just rest, and maybe come back to the series if you want to rest and let it be like that. And a lot of people agree that Furious 7 should have been the last one, but that wasn't the case because this one made money. Furious 7 was released on April 3rd, 2015 on a budget of $190 million. After its run at the box office, it would go on to gross $1.516 billion and become the 11th highest grossing film of all time at the time of this recording. Overall, Fury 7 is the true ending for the Fast and Furious franchise. While not a perfect film, it's a film where the positives just outweigh the negatives in every single aspect. And I just like to think that we got no more movies after this. No more movies after this. No more movies after this. And I'm going to give Furious 7 an 8.5 out of 10. So let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of Furious 7, and do you think that this is the true ending of the franchise, or should they have kept going with the movies that we have now? Until next time, I've been Mac from Mac Reviews, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
This is fun! Hello!